And another thing is that you guys struggle with is fear, right? So many of us deal with that, right? And it's so easier to say, don't let fear hold you back. That's like so cliche, right? But I'm going to say it. Don't let fear hold you back. I'm telling you, because it will really rob you out of opportunities. It will really rob you out of success. It will rob you out of happiness, right? Because you don't know what's on the flip side of the spectrum. And you cannot let fear let you not experience it. Life is life. Things going to happen. But what else happens? You figure it out, right? You figure it out along the way. And there's nothing better. There's no better feeling than to achieve even the smallest fear, right? And like, oh, what was I scared of? And then you get on the flip side of the spectrum, you're like, you in all that glory that you would have never even seen or experienced had you let fear stop you from experiencing it, right? Absolutely, Karen. So I don't know. That's just, I'm just rambling, but that's just how I feel today. You guys know Mondays, I get so excited. Like Monday haters is for losers. So many people hate Mondays. Monday haters is for losers. Mondays is a great, great, great day to just really be projected for the week, really put some realistic goals, really measure your progress from last week. Like Monday is just amazing. I don't know why, but Mondays for me is like 10 cups of coffee, right? It really, really is. I absolutely love Mondays. And yesterday I was on the flip side of today. I wasn't somber, but I was just relaxed. You know, I was doing my self-care, which was absolutely nothing. Watching movies with my baby girl, just relax in PJs all day, hair and rollers. But today, I'm fired up today. So that's how it is for me on Mondays. And I usually use my energy on Mondays, and I go around in all of my groups and I try and fire you guys up, right? Because I want you to see what could possibly happen. Just set a goal. Thank you, ladies. Just set a realistic goal for today. Set it today that you want to achieve this week, right? And then you just, like how Jennifer just said, work daily towards that goal. A good example I always use, like if you say, and don't be so general, right? If you say you want to increase your social media, right? Let's just say you want to increase your IG. That's like so general. It's like, okay, I want more followers. No, exactly how many do you want, right? So if you want 50, I know IG sometimes they make that kind of hard, but if you want 50 by the end of the week, what are you going to do every day to try and guarantee you at least 8, right? What are you going to do? Do that mean you got to go down your feed and say at least 4 words? It'll say at least 4 words. If you don't say 4 words, it don't count. Go down your feed, say your 4 words on at least 25 accounts. Be realistic in that thing. Don't make it so general where you're like, oh, this is what I want. Okay, if that's what you want, write down your action steps and what you got to do Monday through Friday to help you reach that goal. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that. Don't know where all that came from, but that's what I wanted to leave you guys with, right? I ultimately wanted to just come on, and a lot of you guys that is working on an exit strategy, I really wanted you guys to just realize the time that it is there. I know sometimes when life is pulling you in the direction of mom, life is pulling you in the direction of wife, life is pulling you in the direction of entrepreneur, life is pulling you in the direction of maybe you're in the church committee or whatever it is. You at the PTA, you know, you on the neighborhood watch people. I get it. All I'm saying is realize the little segments of time where you can really devote to your stuff, right? Because ultimately you deserve to pour back into you. I get it. You pour into everyone else, right? And other people should be pouring into you, but you also should pour into you. So if you do nothing else, you're welcome, Keisha. See, that's what I'm talking about. If you do nothing else, find a way to pour into you, pour into your dreams. Do not expect other people to do it, because then you're going to be disappointed. The only person you can be responsible for is yourself. And if you are not pouring into your own self, then you need to smack yourself. And I'm going to tell you, do that right now, right? It's like, no, but pour into yourself, right? Make sure you are doing whatever you should be doing to be sure that your dreams, your aspirations is going to come to life. Do not just have them off on the wayside like, oh, one day. No, that one day is today. Okay? So that was all I wanted to say for you guys. Keisha, Leap, baby, leap. Everything when you are at a place where you discover your purpose or you discover your passion and what lights you up, right? You are not supposed to be doing anything else. Like, you are really going against the plan, the original plan, right? You're going against the original plan. And then things are going to be tested, such as your faith, right? Is your fear bigger than your faith? And if you aren't leaping, which one are you giving the satisfaction to, right? If you aren't leaping, Keisha, now I'm not people to, I'm not the one to say, just go for it. But I'm going to say, go for it. Like, when you are really living in your passion and you are aligned with your purpose and you understand it, all it takes is a step in that direction. Everything else will figure I'm telling you, when I started, this is not, y'all know that story. A lot of you guys know that story. When I started, I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a team. I didn't have a mentor. I just had the desire. My desire, once I finally let go of my fear, because I've been wanting to do something to this magnitude for so long, but I just didn't. You want to know why? Because I have a family. I have responsibilities. And I felt as if I was going to go off and do something I wanted to do, and if it failed, I had all of this that I was responsible for that would have suffered the consequences, right? But we are fighters. Guys, I talk to so many of you women. We are fighters. We are resilient. We are able to bounce back. When you connect with a community, right? Is power in numbers, right? You will everything go great? No. But that's when resiliency kick in. That's when you bounce back, and you bounce back even harder. You come back even stronger, right? Because it's going to happen. That's life. That's how life is designed to be. It's really propelling you to test your strength and all that stuff. So my biggest thing that I want to say is, don't let the doubt creep in, because it will. And when it does, you need to really then hone in on your faith and realize how strong you are and how far you came thus far, and how, if you continuously just believe in yourself, how far it can carry you. What? How far it can carry you. I know how that fear feels. I know. I've been there for a long time. But now, I'm going to tell you one book I read that changed my life. A couple of them I read changed my life, honestly. But this one in particular, The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. That book. Now, not only was I reading the book, right? But a lot of you know that I'm an audiobook person, because I like multitasking. I couldn't even do anything else when I was listening to this book. Now, I forgot where I was going. I think I was traveling to Charlotte or somewhere for a draping class. And me and my family, I make them read the same things, because their minds need to be strengthened as well, right? We in there and we reading the book. Now, I think I got to a point where I wanted to get something to eat, or, sometimes you just want to turn it off. And like, my husband was like, no, hold on, I want to listen. And I'm telling you guys, that book changed my life. Like, I just started doing things differently. I started to just react right away, before I even let my mind creep in and prevent me from doing something I felt was something I was supposed to do, right? Anytime a thought pop in my head, now I'm not going to say anytime, I'll be lying. For the most time, when I'm conscious enough to be aware that a thought pops in my head and I am going against my initial desire for wanting to do this, I immediately think about that book and I spring into action. It could be something as drinking water. Y'all know I struggle with drinking water, right? And I'm like, nah, I'll get it in 5 minutes. And that 5 minutes never happened. So now, even when it's soon it pop in my head, or I look on my paper, I got even a water tracker, y'all. That's how bad it is. I even look on my paper. If I realize I haven't had no water in 2 hours, I immediately go to the kitchen and get water. It's like I don't even let anything give me the possible chance to not do it, because that's how our minds are designed. You want to, if you want to go, people that want to go get a venue, you'll maul over and maul over and maul over for so long, right? As opposed to just start making the moves to get it done. The chips going to fall where they fall, right? They will fall where they fall. We are not, especially in this creative business, like, what? There's so many ways to skin a cat. It's ridiculous. All I want to say is, you guys, I want you guys to really start moving towards your purpose. Start living in your passion. Start really preparing yourself for that big day, or whatever your island is, right? For those that's looking for an exit strategy, Start making the baby steps now. And if it's, it's going to be different things you got to do. You have to realize what your weaknesses are. A lot of you guys tell me that it's procrastination, right? That will rob you of a lot. It really will. It really will. Like, I'm going to tell you, like I told you guys, I wake up late. It's a bad habit I do. But when I'm like in this element, I feel like I cheated myself out of 3 hours if I don't get up at 7 a.m. because I feel so amazing those days. Like, I feel amazing. And some days when I wake up like 10, 11, I'm like, did you really just do that? Like, do you know the kind of morning you could have had you got your butt up, right? So it's just, don't really... Absolutely, Javelin. Like, because I want to see, you guys have so much potential. I talk to so much of you guys, so many of you guys on the phone. A lot of you guys are in some of my programs. A lot of you guys are in some of my other groups. And I just really want you guys to, I'm not going to stop running my mouth until I see a lot of you guys taking them big stride steps, right? And I'm like, wow. And some of you guys have, like, some of you guys have made so many different changes and implemented, not even just implementation, like even clarity. Like, how can you go somewhere if you're not clear on where you're going? Not even where you're going, but how you're going to get there. I notice a lot of you guys' problem is you know what you want, but you don't know how to do it. That was my biggest thing, right? And that's where a lot of my programs come from, because that was all I needed. I'm a workaholic. I'm all that. I have all the ingredients for an amazing business owner, right? But I didn't have the pathway. I didn't have the roadmap. I didn't have the blueprint. I didn't have any of that. And I didn't have no one in my circle that could provide me with any kind of insight, right? So I had to go the long way. I had to go the trial and error way, right? I had to go the big investment kind of way, right? So with you guys, I said, so many people that's in the same predicament. And in this industry is so many people that will not just give a little bit of information or a little bit of insight, to just strike a match in someone, let them run with it, right? Like, my thing is, a lot of you know, I just want to be a part of your success story, because you're going to have one, especially if you're in this group. You got a choice. You're going to have one, right? And whatever it's going to take, because it's going to be different things to take to get you there. It's going to be a mentor to some degree at one day, right? It's going to be a team one day. You will need all these things in place to be a successful business owner, right? And run these $1 million empires, right? Because we calling it. But that's not where you are in the beginning, right? In the beginning, it could just be an idea. Right? That's all it takes is an idea. And you just need enough nutrients to feed in that idea to make it grow, make it flourish, and all that good stuff. So that's all I have for the Monday, guys. So if at this point you are still doing everything in your business, which is ultimately hurting your business, or how about you scared to ask for the sale and you're really hiding for money without even realizing it, I need you to check out one of these videos, because it's amazing, great content. So I'll see you in the next video.